Hey guys, my name is Matt. If you're new to my channel, I talk about pretty much everything under the sun, but to keep it short, fitness, travel, and motivation. Today we're going to talk about a couple of reasons why people are struggling nowadays, and the West, America, and why people aren't able to survive. Um, so I think the main reason why people aren't able to make a good living nowadays is mainly because of jobs. Jobs aren't really paying like they used to in correlation with inflation that's out of control in the West and in the States, particularly. So a lot of people aren't going to be able to uh, to make a good living, going forward. Um, 2024 going forward to the following years. And so the problem that a lot of people are going to already feeling, but they're going to continue to feel, is the pinch of inflation, the pinch of not being able to make enough money. And a lot of people, um, they just like, you guys can only people can only work so hard for so long statistically, and they start tapering off. Their production years start to kind of decline the older they get. And so typically that's why people like in their 30s and 40s is like their peak statistically, and then it starts to kind of taper down in their 50s and 60s once they start reaching those retirement years. So I saw an article the other day where it talked about how the average household income required for a family of four to live comfortably, and it was like over $200,000 a year. And I saw that and I was like, well, I'm surprised they're actually publishing that, because usually they try to hide all those stats. But um, that's just a reality, guys, that people have to face. People aren't making as much money statistically, aren't making as much money um, as what they used to. Well, at least it feels that way because of the inflation, right? So after I saw that article, I thought it was pretty wild, and it kind of got me thinking that, wow, like people aren't going to be able to retire. I already knew this, but people aren't going to retire in the States. They're not going to be able to. There's just too much going on. And you guys actually think that the inflation is going to go away? You guys actually think that the people are going to actually start making more money, guys? These companies that have already raised prices, in 2023, 2024, they're not gonna be lowering their prices, guys. Home values are not going to go down like people think that some of these people are wishing that it happens. It's not. Home values are going to stay. They might have declined, slightly, but do you think the powers that be are going to let home values crash all the way down and they lose all that money? No, guys, we live in what's called a matrix, guys. There's people really running the show. So, that being said, like the average person, like the only way to really survive in this modern society with inflation and unemployment kind of high, and you know everything else that's happening in the world, is going to be you've got to figure out ways to start extra forms of income, guys. You've got to start either other businesses, side hustles. Have two side hustles, maybe. Who knows? Like it's getting that bad, guys. Um, and so a lot of people, they say, "Well, I can't work that hard." Yeah, you're not gonna. You can only work so hard for so long. So you've got to start thinking of ways to make money on the weekends, right? You got to start thinking of ways to subsidize your income to help you keep up with the rate of inflation. You can't put your money in the banks. You put your money in the banks, you're getting eaten up with inflation. You can't keep your money just under your mattress, because then you're getting killed with inflation. I mean, there's only so much you can do, guys. You've got to start buying real estate, which hedges against inflation. Real estate doesn't actually go up in value, guys. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but real estate actually, it actually just goes. It looks like it goes up, but it's actually the dollar that's being devalued, debased so much that it looks like the real estate's going up in value, but it's not really going up in value as much as I would say the dollar is just decreasing in value. That's what you see. That's why you saw this massive spike in real estate in the last 2-3 years. It was because the 40%, 40-some percent of all US dollars ever printed were printed in the last 2 years, guys. So, of course, you're going to see a massive spike in real estate. Of course, you're going to see a massive spike in a lot of these other assets. Because the inflation, the devaluing of the currency had to go somewhere, right? The powers that be had to funnel that into something, whether it was in real estate, it was in the stock market, or it was in some other type of asset class, right? They had to. And so that's why you've seen food go up. That's why you've seen housing go up. That's why you've seen, commodities go up. Labor's gone up. I mean, all your local, cities and counties, they're all increasing property taxes. Insurance has gone up across the board. Vehicle prices have gone up as well. Like people are, I don't know if people are just like sleeping at the wheel or whatnot, but people really are going to have to start actually thinking about what they're going to do over the next couple years, because it's not going to get better. I can assure you that it's not going to get better, guys. It's going to get worse. So you have to figure out what it is you're going to do to survive, guys. Are you going to buy more? Are you going to buy real estate? Are you going to start a business? Are you going to start another business? You're going to have like 3 or 4 side hustles, guys? We got to start figuring out what people are going to do, because inflation is not going away. Your food prices are going to continue to go up. Home values are going to continue to go up. I have a prediction, and I could be crazy for this, but my prediction, I think we're going to see eventually Arizona or California prices across the nation over the next 10 years. That's my prediction. I think you're going to see the average house, your average $100,000 house right now, as is, distressed, super outdated, needs tons of work. That house is going to be worth, as is, $200,000 to $300,000, and appraised value if it's fixed up. I think you're going to see the average house in America around $500,000 to $700,000 over the next 10 years, guys. That's going to be insane, and it's hard to believe that right now. But look what just happened over the last 2 years. What if other things happen? What if they have to print more money? What do you guys think is going to happen then? The system, listen, guys. What you have to realize is that the only way you're going to beat inflation is going to be to buy real estate and to start businesses. That's the way to beat inflation, is to continue. You have to play the game to beat the game. Does that make sense? Play the game to beat the game. Buy real estate, start businesses to beat the inflation, to escape the matrix. Does that make sense, guys? You can't escape the matrix if you don't really play. You got to play to win. You got to play to win and then leave. Exit the game. Once you win, then you leave the game. Okay, guys? And everyone's exit is at a different timing. I understand all that. But if you plan on retiring early, you plan on trying to live an awesome life, you want to go move abroad or whatever it is, that's fine. That's cool. But you still need to make money, guys. You need to have assets paying you while you sleep on the weekend so you can do things. See, why do you think the rich get richer, guys? Because the rich aren't working a 9-to-5 job. Do you not understand that? The rich do not work a 9-to-5 job. The rich have multiple streams of income coming in, and they divert their time into other means of making money. Remember that, guys, okay? So anyways, guys, my name's Matt. If you guys like my content, like I said, I provide pretty much motivation, real estate, fitness, content all the time, every day. So if you guys like this content, give me a follow and a like, and I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.